Good morning, students. We will discuss today the next topic, geometric progression. This is a new topic, geometric progression, GP, short one GP. As I taught you, and you know about the arithmetic progression, and what was arithmetic progression, you know, when we write the set of some numbers which follow a particular rule, what kind of rule it follows? The gap of the terms are always equal, meaning the successive terms always maintain a proper gap. I will just replace the gap with a ratio, meaning in the case of GP, the term follow proper ratio. Terms follow proper ratio. They maintain the proper ratio and they called a GP. I want to put one example to you. 2, then 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, 2s are 16, 2s are 32 and so on. In very simple way, I would like to tell you, in AP, we subtract 4 minus 2, we get 2. We subtract 6 minus 4, we gain 2. These two are same and it indicates it is AP, and this 2 called the common difference. Here we do 4 by 2, second term upon first term, and third term upon second term. We get the same answer when these two ratios are same, meaning it is a GP. So it is only the identity of GP, you should remember, and this the ratio is called a common ratio. So very simple word I am using. It is simply given by small r ratio, and as usual it is called a first term A. So as far as the symbol is concerned, there is no change. As you studied in AP, we use here. Now let me come on the symbolic language. Let first term of GP is small a and common ratio be small r. Then GP is given by a, first term, then a into r, then a into r squared, then a into r cubed, and so on. Can you see that it is first term and common ratio is r? So next term will be ar, second term will be, third term will be ar squared, and so on. If you want to check, guys, you might divide the second term by first term. Ar upon a will be small r. When ar squared by ar again will be small r. And what is small r? You have a common ratio. So this is only the symbolic form of GP. Now I would like to tell you something. This is first term a, second term is a into r, third term is ar square. Fourth term is ar cube. What you have thought here, that T1 is equal to a, about T2 it's ar square, about T3. For third term, power of r is 1 less. For fourth term, power of r is 1 less. It means that when I will find Tn, I will write 1 less power of n, meaning ar n minus 1. And this is none else, but it is called nth term, or it is called a general term. So very good formula, Tn equal to ar n minus 1. And I don't want to tell you the importance of the formula because you already know and you studied in AP that whenever we want to find any term of GP, you can use this formula. Like what? I just want to put one small example. Example number 9. It is find the 10th term of GP 525. 125 and so on. So students, it's nothing hard. We want to find the 10th term of GP. What we will do? Solution. Given GP I will write first. Given GP is a 5, 25, 125 and so on. First of all, I will use a first term 5. A equal to 5, and ratio meaning second term upon first term. Keep remember, ratio meaning second term upon first term, meaning 5. So we want to find the 10th term now. We will use the formula of Tn. What is the formula of Tn? ARn minus 1, which is called a general term. Now we want to find the value of 10th term. So okay, put n equal to 10. What will be happening here? N minus 1, 10 minus 1, meaning 9 will be there. So also make a trick in your mind that, as you know, in AP you used to write T10 equal to A plus 9D. Same as here, it's a T10 equal to AR to the power 9. One less power will be there. As far as the term is concerned, you remember please. And go on the values. A equal to 5 was there. Ratio is equal to 5 is there. 5 to the power 9. 5 to the power 1 and 5 to the 9 will be 5 to the power 10. 5 to the power 10. I don't want to solve after it because you will get a long and big value. So if you will leave your answer right here, it is acceptable. You don't worry. So okay, this was some procedure. Method also taught you. Keep remember the concept. Keep remember the concept. Now I will tell you about its sum. So we have first, we have seen a general term. Now I'll tell you the next concept, sum of n terms of GP. You remember that the sum of n terms of AP already had studied in class 10 as well as in class 11 in first exercise. Now we are studying sum of n term of GP. Let me write AR square, AR cube till nth term. Till nth term. You remember this? Till nth term it will gone. Like last term is ARn minus 1. This is none else but it is, that's the last term. Nth term meaning Tn, meaning last term. ARn minus 1, last term. And I just want to use the plus sign between them. One question I want to ask, what is coming just preceding the last term? ARn minus 1, so just before it will be ARn minus 2. So I want to write that here, and the last term I will write here. So this is the nth term, this is n minus 1 term, and this is first term. And I use a plus sign between all the term, and suppose it is S. Sum is called S. Now student, I tell you, I have an n terms here. Try to understand. We have an n term here. It is last term, it is first term, and all have a sum. I call it as S. Now I multiply both sides. By ratio R. So it's gonna be R into S. It's gonna be, I want to write in some other way. I just want to rub this, and just by verbally I want to speak that we multiply by R both sides. Okay, what will happen? It's gonna be RS. Now I'll multiply in all the term by R. When I multiply R with A, what I get? AR. So write the AR not here but with the like term AR. Meaning you have to leave first term by writing that. Meaning you are multiplying by R. When this will multiply with R, we will get same. But when this term will multiply by R, it will be AR. So I am writing in just below of AR. And then multiply by R here, I will write here. Multiply by R here, I will write here. Same as, all, I just don't want to write that. Simply I would speak that. I even don't want to, I just want to leave all the term here. What about here? When this term will multiply by R, it will be written here. AR n minus 2 into R, it will be AR n minus 1. And you know that I drop first term so that it will definitely go till here. So when this will multiply by R, it will be AR to the power n. That's simple. Now, I'll subtract. This all and subtract. Now what a beautiful thing is coming. First of all, I want to pull your attention about the number of terms. This was an n term. I dropped one term, and this is actually going ahead of one term. Right there. When the answer will be there, it will have n plus 1 term. If you are confused, look at 5. In AP I am telling you 5, 10, 15, 20. Only 4 terms are there. One term I drop 5, 10, 15, 20. Only 4 terms. But when I add or subtract, I will have a 1 term, 2 term, 3 term, 4 term, 5 term. whatever the resultant will have a 5 term. So this is simple. This was the n term. One I dropped. This was n term. So in the answer we'll have a n plus 1 term. Keep in mind. Okay. Now this is S. It is 1 minus R. Fortunately, these two will cancel. These two will cancel. These two will cancel. Definitely this I didn't write, but this will cancel. This also same, it will cancel. So number of terms are not important here. I think number of terms are not important here, but it will definitely work in letter of the question. Look at the answer. This S I took common, 1 minus R is there, A is here. So fortunately all terms cancel. Even this will cancel of the downside term which I didn't write, and this only remaining the term A and minus ARN. Minus ARN. So lastly I would speak S 1 minus R, take A common, 1 minus R to the power n, and S equal to A 1 minus R to the power n upon 1 minus R. This is sum of n terms we have got, students. This is sum of n terms. So now keep remember the formula, sum of n terms equal to this one. For convenient condition, I want to make two formulas. First, when R is less than 1, when R is less than 1, I'll use this formula. A 1 minus R n upon 1 minus R. But when R is greater than 1, then use the formula Sn equal to A R to the power n minus 1 upon R minus 1. Both are same actually. But I took minus common from here as well as here, and both minus will cancel. We'll have the same answer. But this is just for conveniency that when R is greater than 1, use this formula. When R is less than 1, use this formula. So keep remember these two formulas, because when we'll do question, definitely they'll be using a lot. So let me write this out all, and I'll move on the question, some question from the book. So till here you have seen two formulas. First, it is general term. Second, sum of n terms. Okay. Now we have example number 10. It is which term of GP? Which term of GP to 832 up to n term is 131072. This is question not depending on the sum. This is a simple question. Which term of GP is this one? In AP you already solved this kind of question. So what we'll write? Look at given GP to 832, and definitely we say that question says which term of GP is this one, meaning this is a part of GP, so we say it is a nth term. Let value of nth term is 131072. It's very simple concept. We are told that which term of the GP is this one. It means that it is a part of the GP. Somewhere it is definitely located, but we don't know which term this is. So we consider it is the nth term. So it is nth term. And A is equal to 2 and ratio equal to 8 by 2. 8 by 2. So we use the formula of nth term. You know the formula of nth term, AR n minus 1, because definitely it's a nth term we assumed. So we'll use the formula of nth term. So Tn is equal to, we are having now 131072. A is equal to, we are having 2. Ratio is 4 to the power n minus 1, and I will find n. Which term? Nth term. We want to find n. So I'll transfer to 2 here that side. 131072 upon 2 is equal to 4 to the power n minus 1. I'll cancel. 2 6 is equal to 4 to the power n minus 1. I did cancel. 2 6 are 12, 2 5 are 10, 2 5 are 10, 2 3 are 2 6 are 12, 4 to the power n minus 1. One can understand now the 6 5 5 3 6. We will change this by factorization method as 4 to the power something. 4 to the power something. Or you can change by 2 to the power something, because it also can be written as 2 to the power 2 whole power n minus 1. So it's you know that you have to use the factorization method. You have to use the factorization method like that 6 5, 5, 3, 6. Factorize and make a factor of 4. It definitely will be the factor of 4. So I want to take the help of the book. It is 4 to the power 8. It's a 4 to the power 8. Now I think you can understand why we are using 4 to the power, because the right side is 4 to the power. So that I factorize and I try to make the term as 4 to the power something. So it is 4 to the power n minus 1. We can compare. So 8 equal to n minus 1 will be there, and n equal to level 9. It means that in the GP, ninth term is 131072. This is simple thing. Okay, the question is over here. Now let me take more question of the book. Example number 10, recently done. Now I'll go with example number 11. Question says, in GP, third term is 24 and sixth term is 192. Find the 10th term. Simple thing is given. Now summary, very simple and short things which was given, I have written here. Third term was given, sixth term was given, we want to find the 10th term. So how we start? Let first term is A and ratio be smaller. Two common things we assume. Now we take a definitely formula whatever given. T third is given, we will use a formula of T third. So by Tn, you know, by Tn it is a formula. For your help I wrote here. So we know this is the formula. And why I wrote, because I want to use the given T third. So we can write T third equal to AR 3 minus 1. And this is given 24. This is the weight. Similarly, it's a T6 given. So what is T6? AR 5. You know, AR n minus 1. So it is 192. Now what to do? We divide, look at carefully. You remember in AP same kind of question came. That time we used to subtract. You know, we we used to get A plus something D, A plus something D, and we used to subtract then A cancel, and then we get the value of D, and after substituting the value of D in one of the equation we get value of A. Same as we will not subtract but we will divide. So what we'll do? Look at it. With 2 divided by 1, in very simple and so-called language I am writing with, 2 is divided by 1, so it will be written AR to the power 5 upon AR square is equal to 192 upon 24. These two cancel, this is, and when you will cancel you will have 8. So definitely R equal to 2, cube root I have taken. So put that R equal to 2 in one of the equation, like AR square is equal to 24, put R equal to 2 here, 2 to the 4 equal to 24, so A will be 6. You got an A and you got an R. Now what you want to find? T10. So definitely T10 will be AR n minus 1, meaning 9. So what is A? 6. And what is the value of R? Was 2. So 2 to the power 9. And one should understand that 2 to the power 9 is 512, I think, and this is 3072. This is the 10th term, the value of 10th term we have got. So this was a way, simple way it was. I don't think it's a tough one. Now let me take one more question. Example number 12 we look. Question number example number 12 says, find the sum of first 10 term and sum of first 5 term of the geometric progression. So GP we given 1, 2 by 3, 4 by 9. We want to find sum of n term and sum of 5 terms. Sum of n terms and sum of 5 terms. You don't worry, with two things we have to find out: sum of n term. Whenever the sum of n term we need to find, the answer will be in the form of n, because we are told to find the sum of n term in symbolic n. But this is sum of 5 term, definitely it will be a numerical answer. So how to solve this question? Look at, I tell you. Given GP is 1, 2 by 3, 4 by 9 and so on, A equal to 1, ratio is equal to second term upon first term is 2 by 3, and this is less than 1. You know, I taught you whenever we find the sum now, we take or we choose r equal to less than 1 or greater than 1. Then we will decide the formula. When r is less than 1, sum of n terms will be given a 1 minus r to the power n upon 1 minus r. Recently, in before two boards, I taught you the concept of sum of n terms. You can see, just to rewind the video to see again the video and assure that it is a formula. When r is less than 1, you put a value a equal to, it is 1 minus r equal to 2 by 3 and 1 minus r equal to 2 by 3. So lastly I would speak that Sn will be 1 minus 2 by 3 is equal to 1 by 3 will be 3. You know, it is in denominator it is 1 by 3, so it will transfer the numerator side, it will be 3. 1 minus 2 by 3 to the power n. And I just want to drop my answer right here, because sum of n terms always will come in the form of n. So it is good and beautiful that you don't need to change anything. You don't need to do anything. So this is the sum of n terms we have got. But in the next question, student, we are told sum of 5 terms. So don't follow again and again so-called thing. Only you already got a value sum of n term. Put n equal to 5. It means sum of 5 term you will get. Put n equal to 5 because you already have got the sum of n term. So you put n equal to 5, you will have a sum of 5 terms. So only 3. 1 minus 2 by 3 to the power 5 is there. We will solve by our own. 2 to the 5, 32, and 3 to the power 5 is I think 81 into 3, 243, and then I'll take an LCM. It's gonna be 211 upon 243, 211 upon 243, and definitely 3 and this will cancel by 81. Your answer is 211 upon 81. So this is a way. It's very easy way to get. Let me wrap. This was a simple formula I used, sum of n terms, and we got answer. To both answer we got. Now, what is the next question? What is the next question? Example number 13 here. Question says, how many terms of GP? 3, 3 by 2, 3 by 4, and so on. Question says, how many terms of GP are needed to give the sum? Sum is given. Sum is given. 3069 upon 512. Very good question is this. Actually, we are having GP. And sum is given. Sum of some terms we are given. We don't have how many. Actually, what we have to find? That sum of how many terms is equal to this one. Meaning we want to find the such number of terms whose sum is this one. So definitely sum is given. We will use the sum, formula of sum. So how to start the question? A equal to 3, r equal to 3 by 2 upon 3, second term upon first term, which is 1 by 2 less than 1. And we say that let number of terms be n. Let n terms are taken. Let n terms are taken. What is the meaning of this? That this is a sum of how many terms? As many terms you took. You have taken n terms. Meaning this the terms, number of terms are n, and whose sum is this one. It means that sum of n term is given this one. Try to understand. This is sum of the GP is given. What is question? Sum of how many terms it is. So as many terms you took n terms are there in GP. So sum of n terms is this one. So use the formula of sum of n terms, which is a1 minus rn upon 1 minus r, because r was less than 1. Put Sn equal to 3069 upon 512 is equal to a meaning 3, 1 minus a ratio meaning 1 by 2 to the power n upon 1 minus 1 by 2. Now I'll solve it. 3069 512 equal to 3. This 1 minus 1 by 2 will be 1 by 2. When it will transfer upside, it will be 2 by 1. And 2 to the 6 it will be 6. 1 minus 1 by 2 to the power n. Now I cancel to these two. Look at the term 3069 upon 512 into 6 will be there. 1 minus 1 by 2 to the power n. N. Cancel by 3. 3 1s are 3 2s are. Cancel by 3. And upside is 1323 upon these two will be 1023 upon 1024. These two will multiply. And what I will do now, student, look at, I do transfer 1 by 2 to the power n here. 1 minus 1023 upon 1024. After taking LCM, I will have 1 by 1024. 1 by 2 to the power n. I'll write to 1 by 2 to the power n, and I'll write all this is 1 by 2 to the power 10. One should understand that 1 to the power 10 is 10. But 2 to the power 10 is 1024, and why I have chosen 1 by 2? Because in left hand side it was 1 by 2. Now can you compare? So n equal to, we have a 10. It means that when we will take a 10 terms, we have a sum 3069 upon 512. So this is a mathematics, student. Now you do from your side. Question number 14 onward we will study tomorrow. So till then you can start 9.3 exercise. You can do, I think, initial 16 question you can make. So please try. Thank you.